All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. And I'm excited to be here so early in the morning, and we have a great word today. It's one that we all hope for, especially with our kids. In fact, one of the biggest things that is brought to someone who is trying to help with parenting is I just want a little bit more, and here's the word cooperation. And so let's look at this and let's talk about it just a little bit. So cooperation is working together for the good of all. It is the willingness to stand side by side and use the different gifts each of us has to offer. We seek common goals in service of a unified vision. We blend our abilities to create something none of us could achieve alone. Conflict and contention drain us. Cooperation can fuel our dreams. With cooperation, we help one another to share the load. We willingly do tasks that others ask of us. We look for ways to be helpful and ask for help when we need it. We do not isolate or harbor our loneliness. Together, we accomplish greater things. I just love this word, and I love the idea of a unified vision and working together to achieve greater things than we could accomplish all by ourselves. So, a couple things come to my mind when I read this. We cannot expect cooperation from others if we haven't established or really truly defined or clarified, as we have in the four C's of successful families, if we have not clarified what our common goals are, what our vision is for whatever it is, whether it's our family, our business, our for ourselves. And so when I think about cooperation, I think first off about clarifying our vision, clarifying what it is that we stand for, what it is that we want to accomplish, so that when others see our passion for it, when they see our intentions, when they see our hopes and dreams, they can get on board with that, right? And they can say, well, that's something that I want to. And even in our families, that's true, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So this morning, when I think about cooperation for myself, the thing that came to my mind is making sure that I am doing everything that I can to help each member of our family. So, right now it's just the two of us. It's just, we're kind of empty nesters. Our kids are all gone, and they all have their own families and whatnot. And so, in our household, then, what is it that I can do to help share the load? Um, and so, there's a lot of things that I can do. There's a lot of things that I do. So I'm not saying that this is an area that is weak or terribly weak, but it's certainly something for us to think about, for me to think about. Am I willing to do the tasks that my wife asked me to do? Am I doing it with a good spirit? Am I doing it with the idea that this is bringing us closer to the goals that we have? Is it bringing me closer and us closer to achieving the vision that we have for this season of our life? And I'm when I focus on what the bigger goals are, then it makes it a little bit easier, I would say, and even more joyful to to practice those things, to do those tasks willingly. But if just think about it, if we had totally separate goals, which is okay too, as long as we know what our common goals are and that we're working together to reach them. But just imagine that if we didn't hadn't clarified what those goals are, if we hadn't clarified what that vision is for our family, we could be going in totally opposite directions, and unity and peacefulness and willingness to help each other and to be there for each other would be completely gone. So as a parent, then, if so I'm raising younger children, if I was doing that, and just a suggestion, is practice the 4 C's of successful families. The number one thing is really clarifying what your vision is for your family, clarifying what your beliefs are, clarifying what virtues are most important that really are the glue for the family. And so, is it respect? Is it responsibility? Is it joyfulness? Is it cooperation? Is it, what is it? And then name what it is that those virtues look like, so that as you develop this idea, you're now developing a real foundation for the family to work around, so that all of your choices, all of your decisions, all of the things that you do, and the places that you go, everything that you do is wrapped around how does it serve our vision for our family? How does it serve the mission that we're on as a family? How does it help each one of us, both individually and as a unit, to be more united and peaceful and cooperative and all those things that we all hope for in our family? Once we've clarified that, then of course it's all about communication and our ability to communicate it in a way that encourages one another. And that's true whether you're in business or in a family situation. And then consistently living, the third C, consistently living by those standards, by that vision, by the decisions that you've made, the clarifications that you've made about who you want to be as a family. And finally, the community, and bringing together not only family members but others that may be able to help you to achieve those goals and to reach the vision that you've established for your family. All of those things contribute to the ability of those in your family to cooperate, to work together. So, as a parent, how do I help my children learn about cooperation and to be willing to be cooperative? I think really the basis of it, again, goes back to really knowing what you believe and establishing it and making that a unique part of your conversation. And this conversation then would also be developed around in your means of communication, which isn't just telling a child what to do, but it's also having those family meetings on a regular basis where you celebrate the wins, and you have an opportunity to talk about the conflicts that might have come up, the challenges that may have come up, and you wrap all of those challenges and the decisions that you make on how to move forward from there. You wrap them around the virtues that you have decided are most helpful and most important to your family. So cooperation isn't something it's not obedience, right? Cooperation is not obedience. It's when people are working together willingly to reach that common goal, to work towards a unified vision. And so we can't expect our kids to cooperate with the idea that it's just simply obedience. So we need to demonstrate that too. We teach a whole lesson on that in the work that we do with parents. And so, if that's something that you're interested in and would like to learn more about, I'm more than happy to share that with you. So, and that's my thoughts today on cooperation. Today I'm going to be looking at my list of things that are tasks that I need to do. And I'm going to look at it with a new way of looking at it, that it's a way of cooperating with the entire family so that we can reach our common goals and vision for our family. What about you? How will you show cooperation today? How will you demonstrate it with your family? So until next time, until we come back together again, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families, and that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. All right, everybody, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.